In a clear demonstration of deterrent power, Donald Trump's government authorized the deployment of the M9 Reaper drone to the Venezuelan coast, intensifying the pressure on Nicolas Maduro and making it clear that neutralizing the Chavista dictator is a top priority for Washington. The Reaper, considered one of the most lethal and versatile weapons in the American arsenal, is capable of carrying out prolonged surveillance missions and precision strikes against strategic targets. Operating at high altitudes and with impressive range, its presence near Venezuelan territory symbolizes not only the technological capability of the United States, but also sends a political message that the regime is under constant surveillance and that any attempt to escape or suspicious movement can be neutralized within minutes. After the mobilization of the entire United States military apparatus in the Caribbean Sea, the United States reached a point where leaving Maduro in power would be seen as a national humiliation. The arrival of the M9 Reaper in the region serves as a clear warning. Maduro and his regime are now under constant surveillance, being monitored day and night with a bomb hanging over their heads. The M9 Reaper drone is a medium-altitude, long-endurance combat aircraft built for surveillance and precision strikes. Its presence near Venezuela represents a direct threat to Nicolas Maduro's regime. It is capable of staying in the air for more than 24 hours. The Reaper combines advanced sensors, high-resolution cameras, and communication systems that allow it to identify and track strategic targets in real time. This constant monitoring capability makes this drone a crucial tool in military operations, aimed at pressuring or neutralizing the Chavista dictator. The Reaper has already been used in various war scenarios, such as Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria, where it played a central role in missions against insurgent and terrorist groups. Now, as it is deployed to the Venezuelan coast, the drone symbolizes the intensification of international pressure on Maduro, showing that the regime is under constant surveillance. Its use in this context reinforces the message that any suspicious movement or attempt to escape can be quickly detected and neutralized. In terms of weaponry, the MQ-9 Reaper can carry air-to-ground missile Hellfire missiles, guided bomb unit, 12 laser-guided bombs, Paveway 2 and global positioning system, guided munitions such as the guided bomb unit, 38 joint direct attack munition. These weapons enable precise strikes on vehicles, military sites, and command centers, reducing collateral damage. In the case of Venezuela, the use of the Reaper would be aimed at prolonged reconnaissance missions and precision strikes against structures linked to the Chavista regime, increasing the pressure on Nicolas Maduro and making it clear that his security is increasingly compromised in the face of American military technology. The possibility of Nicolas Maduro fleeing Venezuela is considered real by several analysts, since the dictator is under constant pressure from American forces stationed for months in the Caribbean Sea under Southern Command. Within the Chavista regime itself, many general officers are reportedly pressuring Maduro to leave the country because, in the event of a direct attack, they would all lose not only their positions but also their lives and privileges.
I tell the people of the United States it is important that the administration, those who run the government of the United States, answer those questions. I am completely sure that these questions trouble the people of the United States. How is it possible that the contribution of the people of the United States, the taxpayers, is being used this way? To carry out high-cost operations, you have to consider the cost of deploying a destroyer of this nature.
A scenario of internal tension reinforces the idea that fleeing could be the only way out to avoid a total defeat in the face of the international offensive. There is also the possibility that Maduro might refuse to leave the Miraflores palace, holding firmly to power even in the face of imminent threat. This stance would increase the likelihood of Donald Trump's government acting directly to neutralize the dictator, since financial and human resources have already been employed in Operation Southern Spear, whose ultimate goal is to neutralize Maduro once and for all. The use of combat aircraft such as the F-35 Lightning II and the F-16 Fighting Falcon, combined with the deployment of strategic transport aircraft like the C-17 Globemaster III and the C-130 Hercules, it reinforces the magnitude of the operation. The presence of the M9 Reaper, does it confirm the statement by the United States Secretary of Defense, Peter Hegseth, who said that the United States is hunting narco-terrorists with the same precision with which they hunted Al-Qaeda? This combination of air power and advanced technology shows that the mission against Maduro is structured to be fast, precise, and devastating. The American strategy in employing the MQ-9 Reaper is clear: to attack specific locations where narco-terrorists operate, meeting points of the Chavista leadership, and even military forces that try to react against the Southern Command. The Pentagon considers the importance of avoiding civilian casualties, which is why direct attacks on Venezuelan soil have not yet been carried out. So far, the operations have focused on international waters against narco-terrorists, as well as prolonged surveillance and monitoring. This stance shows that the United States seeks maximum precision and direct political impact, without causing collateral damage to the population. In addition to air power, the United States has highly trained amphibious and ground troops, such as the Marine Raiders and Delta Force. These units are already positioned with the Southern Command in the Caribbean Sea and can be deployed in rapid capture and extraction operations. Depending on the chosen strategy, these elite forces could carry out raids without firing a single shot, using infiltration and silent neutralization techniques. This type of operation reinforces the strategy of a surgical and precise intervention against the Chavista regime. If ground action occurs, air support is essential. Drones and surveillance aircraft such as the P-8 Poseidon would act as the eyes of the troops on the ground, providing real-time information about enemy movements. Stealth fighters such as the F-35 Lightning II could carry out surgical strikes to undermine any reaction from the Chavista forces, ensuring full support for the American troops and increasing the pressure on Maduro. With Maduro's escape getting closer and closer, Celso Amorim, special advisor to Brazil's presidency for international affairs, was asked if Maduro might seek political asylum in Brazil. Amorim did not confirm or deny this possibility, fueling the belief of many that the current Brazilian president could grant political asylum to the Venezuelan dictator. If this happens, Brazil could become a direct target of the United States military forces. The Trump administration recently declared that any country sending drugs to the United States or supporting dictators will be bombed, thus increasing regional tension. Operation Southern Lance has already consumed significant financial and human resources, showing that the neutralization of Maduro is a top priority for the White House. The Chavista dictator is more isolated, surrounded by an expanding military apparatus. Nicolas Maduro faces a decision that could determine not only his own future, but also the direction of Venezuela and Latin America as a whole. The fall of the dictator would be interpreted as a strong sign that authoritarian regimes will have no room to prosper on the continent. Leave your opinion here in the comments. If you were the commander of operations in the Caribbean, would you give Maduro the chance to escape? Or would you carry out air and ground raids to neutralize the dictator? At Life in the Barracks, you stay updated on all military news. Leave your like, subscribe, and watch one of the videos appearing on your screen. Forward, soldiers, until next time.